Welcome back everyone to my second Let's Play of Final Fantasy 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, played on the Wii Virtual Console. It's time for Albert, Bees, Chip, and Nichols to head down to the Sea Shrine again to take on Kraken. So, last episode they went to the Mirage Tower, they took a little detour there, and they got some new weapons and new armors that'll help them take on this Fiend of Water, so the overgrown octopus. So, especially the defensive equipment that we got. Kraken is an octopus, so he has 8 tentacles, so he has 8 attacks, so he can really hurt if he hits one of your characters, so the defensive gear will be really good, so plus our new weapons will help us cut through his defense, so okay, so will help us cut through this new enemy, the Naga, so luckily we got some pretty decent resistances to lightning with the opal gear, and so alright, this time we're going to head to the left, and we're going to head down, but it's kind of a windy passage. We got to go up a few floors, then down a few floors, so you got to go to the first floor, but we're going to be going through multiple floors to get to the first floor, so this floor is pretty wide open, but they're all just basically dead ends everywhere. So yeah, dead end over that way, and dead end to the farther left over there. So you just want to head straight up, and just keep head straight and up, and that's where we'll end up getting to another staircase. And here we'll get to see another new enemy, the Big Eye. So, uses a lot of status effects there, gaze, flash. So, gaze paralyzes, flash I think just gives you the dark spell. So, not too worried about him. So he has a lot more hit points than the regular Eye. The regular Eye just had, what, 10 hit points? So this guy's taking quite a few levels, so, in power. So, 30 times as many hit points. So, alrighty, getting some good experience here. So, the best trap tile for experience, the Sea Shrine Pile of Pain, is that Gyre streamer calls it, is one of the trap tiles here. So, that's a few floors down, nothing in there. Like I said, this floor is pretty much just empty, so I just want to show off what's in those empty rooms, just so you can see. And we're going up again before we start heading down. So, got another empty room here, yep. And this room, though, is not empty. We actually get some treasure in here. Not good treasure. Only 110 gold. I will be spending a bunch of money off screen after this episode to just basically max out like all my inventory carrying stuff. So I'll like get 99 houses, 99 heal potions, 99 soft potions, 99 pure potions. But that'll take a while. So I'm not gonna do it, on screen, obviously. But, yeah, off screen I'll just do that, so give me something to do while I watch the Secret Santa on Retro Gaming Live TV, where different members of that community gift each other's another game to play. So, I've got the Secret Santa, and someone will say like, hey, I want you to play this game, and everyone gets to play like a 2-hour block. So, and kind of tell people like, what kind of, they look at what type of games that they think the person would like, and then they recommend a new game for them. So it's pretty neat. So I guess it's a cheap way to maybe teach your friends about new games that you think they would like. So we got a Secret Santa coming up in our office pretty soon. So we got the office Christmas party coming up. So. Actually, the Coast Guard just had their Christmas party, but I never go to them, so yeah, I don't have a date for it, so no bother going. So I just kind of unfortunately was working on a girl, but she decided she didn't want to pursue anything, so we're still friends, but yeah, got that terrible, I'm not ready for a relationship, so. Well, these guys ain't ready for the lightning. So Chip used his lightning, and Nick used his free lightning from the Thor's hammer, which is another new item that we got in that Mirage Tower. Basically took the place of our Zeus's gauntlet, so frees up that armor slot for Chip there. So some money. Nothing over that. Yep. Just checking out for looking for trap tiles. Water here. There's sea trolls and lobsters, along with the sea snakes that we ran into quite a bit. We actually gained a level off them not too long ago. That basically compiles the Sea Shrine Pile of Pain. It's usually like 8 characters, 2 sea trolls in the back, and then you got the front 2 rows filled with lobsters and sea snakes. So if you have black magic, you can cut through them pretty easily. Like a lit 3 spell would probably destroy all of them in one cast. But the most we can do is just have that lit 2 from both our ninjas and from the Thor's hammer. So here's a deadly trap tile here, mainly just because the cockatrices. They can still turn our characters into stone because we, well, except for Bert, because he has that Aegis shield. But the other characters who are lacking the ribbon, they can still be targeted. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to take out those cockatrices. Luckily, this trap tile is a trap tile that you can run from. So, spoiler, one of my characters gets turned into stone here, so I'm lucky to be able to run away. It stinks that you can't turn a character back from stone in battle. So yeah, Chippy's, he can only be cured of that stone status out of battle. So once again, to keep all the experience the same, I'm just going to run from this battle. Give Chip a soft potion, which is one of those items that I said I will be maxing out afterwards. So we'll put Chip and Nickel switch their rows again. So yep. But there's nothing else for me to really spend my money on. So there's those sea trolls again. We saw them before, but they also came with the lobsters, another new monster, so I had the stats for the lobsters up first. So here they are again, back with lobsters, who can be pretty annoying because, as you can see, they can poison you. So really can't wait to get those ribbons so we can avoid all these terrible status effects. So I think, like I said, what's most annoying about those status effects is they force you to rearrange your party. So, especially when somebody like, Bird or Bees is affected with it, because you want them, because they have all the heavy armor, to be in the front to absorb all those hits. So, ninjas are a little more squishy because they have worse armor selection and worse hit points. But they're rapidly approaching the 400 hit point threshold. 400 hit point threshold is a very important threshold, because the most powerful spell in the game is Nuke, and Nuke, even on its highest damage roll, can only do 400 hit points of damage. So as long as you get characters that have over 400 hit points, they can never be one-shotted by any spell in the game, barring a status effect like Stone or XXX or Rub. There is an instant death spell. I think it's, I'm trying to think, Quake? No, XXX, the quadruple X. Here's the Sea Shrine of Pain, but it doesn't have any sea snakes in it, it just has a bunch of lobsters, so that's an oddity. But yeah, the quadruple X spell, that will defeat any character that has less than 300 hit points. And that's not total, that's like current. So, for instance, like Chip and Nickels, even though they both have more than max 300 hit points, right now they have less than 300 hit points currently. So, quadruple X would, defeat them instantly. So, yeah, 300 and 400 are big, important hit point thresholds that you'd want to get. That's what makes the Black Mage such a liability later on in the game, because he has the worst vitality growth. If you go back and look at the first Let's Play I did of this with, Marty, Milo, Wibbly, and Finch. Milo was the Black Mage. His hit points lag behind pretty bad, so... The Black Belt lags a little bit, but he's pretty much guaranteed vitality like every level. So toward the end of the game, your vitality, your hit points that you get per level is based on your current vitality. So by the end game, he's getting tons of hit points per level, so he's pretty much guaranteed, probably the only class to be guaranteed to always max out his hit points at 999. Yay, we get our our first ribbon. So, overpowered piece of headgear. So, there's that power glove there. That's like really, really good in the non-bugged version. Like I said, that Gyro guy plays a randomizer that fixes a lot of the bugs in the game. The power glove is really, really good because what the power glove does is it casts the temper spell on the user. And temper, what it does, in this game it's bugged, it doesn't work, but temper, what it's supposed to do is increase your offense by 10%, and it stacks, so you can keep doing it over and over and over and over again. So you pump maybe like 5, power glove uses on, and then you fast the character, and maybe have some black mages casting temper on a character, and they can do massive damage, one-shotting, the fiends, doing like 1,000 plus damage, depending on the class that's using it. Especially like the black belt. The black belt, like nothing out damages him at high levels. I think 32 when he gets 2 bonus attacks. Like he's your greatest damage dealer. But I guess he, I guess to balance him out, he doesn't have a lot of armor and stuff, and so he takes a lot of damage. He's basically like a glass cannon, Him and the Black Wizard are like glass cannons, but the Black Belt is more the glass cannon for single target, where the Black Wizard does area of effect spells, so it can take out a whole bunch of enemies at once. But both can be somewhat squishy. So, until like I said, until end game. Especially if you don't, that's another bug I haven't really talked about. I think I talked about it though in the first playthrough that I do. The Black Belt is bugged. It's the one class that you don't want to have class changed, because it actually has a negative effect to it. The Black Belt gets 4, because he's not supposed to be wearing armor, he gets 4 points of magic defense per level. But then that gets cut down to 1 when he becomes a master of the upgraded class. So yeah, if you want him to have the best magic resistance, you never want to class change him. So, but I did not class change with that group because I like the sprites that those characters have. The red mage, the white mage, and the black mage, and the black belt. I like their, I think they call them chibi classes, the chibi artwork, like I think a Japanese term for like, cutesy style, like kitty style drawings. You can see that like with the shop owners and, like the inn people and stuff. And then the original classes, they look kind of like kids. So I guess like when you class change and you do look more like adult, it's more than just signifying, you're advancing in level, you're advancing in, like, maturity. You went from kids to adults. We're going to be walking around here for a little bit. I didn't want to actually go down these stairs, but I can hop back up. We have one more enemy to encounter here, the ghosts. They're only located on the 2nd and 4th floor. We didn't locate them on our way up to see the mermaids, so we want to try to encounter them here, so... I will say one thing, I got really unlucky so far in this playthrough in terms of encountering rare monsters. I know with the first playthrough, I ended up getting monsters pretty easily. I'm one video ahead in terms of, like I said, I always try to get a little bit ahead before I post. So I actually have the next video recorded, and in it I'm trying to find a rare monster. A 1 in 64. I talked about there's only 2 monsters that can only be 1 in 64. The T-Rex and then the Iron Golem. I pretty much found both of them with minimal searching with my last group. The Iron Golems just popped up right away. I think on the 3rd battle on the floor, the only floor they're located on in the dungeon. But with the T-Rex, I gained 3 levels and almost gained a 4th. I gained a 4th not long after encountering the T-Rex. So that just goes to show how long I was trying to find this enemy. I think it was a little over an hour just wandering the desert back and forth. It was a 1 in 64 chance to encounter that enemy, but I definitely fought more than 64 battles. Straight up, it will lead to not a dead end, but an empty room, and I'll show you where that room is. But just want to show off this empty room here first. And keep in mind, like I said, where the staircases were where we came down. If you would have headed straight up, you would have ended up in this room over here, right here, and you would have walked through that door over there. So, yeah, all these rooms are empty, except for the room in the far northwest corner. So, that is where our, I was going to say our friend, but he's not our friend, our fiend, Mr. Kraken awaits us. So, it's this big kind of room that has a bunch of obstacles in there, but it's pretty easy to walk through. Just snake around. We can sneak through this little hole here. We don't have to walk around. And we're almost at the Kraken. Release the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. So right here we got the Fiend battle, so as always we're going to heal ourselves up. Haven't been using too many heal potions, that's good. So it ain't gonna cost too much to restock. But, alright. The Fiend's ball is shattered, evaporating all the water. Ho ho ho, how foolhardy to dare challenge me, Kraken, the Fiend of the Water. And we have our 3rd Fiend. Look at that, 8 attacks with 50 attack power. So, sometimes Kraken can go into a dumb phase. He has a 1/4 chance to use the Ink. Ink is a bug spell, it just gives the dark status. So what you really hope for is that he just is dumb and just keeps using Ink over and over again, but he did not. He attacked first there. Lucky he didn't get any critical hits there, but even without any critical hits there, he took off almost 100 hit points off of bees. So we're going to use the standard approach. Fast are 2 fighters, Boat and Bees, and then Chip and Nickels can, do a little chip damage themselves. But their cat claws aren't too powerful weapons. So Nick might be able to do a little bit more with the Thor's hammer. We'll see. Chip can just use his heal staff to heal a little bit up, but not necessary because Boat came through with his new Sun Sword and smacked that octopus down, and we got a new level out of it. Nice. Pretty good level for Bees there. All he missed was Intelligence, but Intelligence doesn't do anything, so basically a perfect level. Alright. So there we go. We have our 3rd orb unlocked, or relit. I just got a message or something. Heard in the background. I'll check it out later. But in the meantime, what we want to do, of course, is whenever we make a important advancement, we want to make sure that we save our game. And even though we're done in, we save the thing, the mermaids and the people in here don't really say anything new until after we defeat the Fiend of Air. So we'll come back here after the Fiend of Air, but next time we're going to head to the waterfall north of Vonrak. Take care, see you then. Bye.